Welcome to Damal Consult Career Academy, your trusted source for expert interview preparation and career success. In this video, we'll walk you through the most common and challenging business analyst interview questions and answers for 2025. Whether you're a fresh graduate, switching roles, or preparing for a senior BA position, this guide will equip you with the confidence, clarity, and language you need to stand out. Be sure to stay tuned until the end for pro tips that can help you impress hiring managers and land the role. 1. Can you walk me through the role of a business analyst in a project? Certainly. A business analyst BA plays a central role in bridging the gap between stakeholders and the technical team throughout a project lifecycle. At the start of a project, the BA engages with stakeholders to gather, clarify, and document business requirements. This includes conducting interviews, facilitating workshops, reviewing documentation, and analyzing existing systems or workflows. Once requirements are collected, the BA translates them into functional specifications, user stories, or process models that developers, testers, and designers can understand and implement. They ensure that business needs are clearly communicated, feasible, and aligned with project goals. During the development phase, the BA supports the technical team by answering questions, refining requirements, and ensuring scope clarity. They may also participate in backlog grooming sessions or sprint planning if working in an agile environment. Additionally, BAs often coordinate with testers during user acceptance testing (UAT) to validate that the final product meets the original business requirements. Throughout the project, a BA continuously monitors progress, manages changes in scope, and acts as a liaison to keep communication smooth between technical and non-technical parties. Their ultimate goal is to deliver a solution that not only works technically, but delivers real value to the business and end users. 2. How do you gather and document requirements from stakeholders? When gathering and documenting requirements, I follow a structured and collaborative approach to ensure accuracy and alignment. I begin by identifying and engaging all relevant stakeholders early in the process, such as business users, managers, and technical teams. I use a mix of techniques depending on the context. This includes one-on-one interviews, workshops, focus groups, surveys, and reviewing existing documentation or systems. I also observe end users in their environment when appropriate, which often reveals gaps or inefficiencies that stakeholders may not mention directly. Once information is gathered, I validate my understanding by creating clear documentation such as business requirements, documents boards, user stories, use cases, and process flow diagrams. I aim to present requirements in a format that both technical teams and non-technical stakeholders can easily understand. I then review these documents with stakeholders to ensure accuracy and alignment before sign-off. Throughout the project, I maintain open communication to handle any changes or clarifications. I also use tools like Jira, Confluence, or Microsoft Visio to keep the requirements traceable and visible across the team. This structured yet flexible approach helps me ensure that the final solution truly meets business needs and user expectations. 3. Describe a time when you had to resolve a conflict between stakeholders with differing priorities. In a previous project, I encountered a situation where two key stakeholder groups had conflicting priorities. The marketing team wanted to launch a new feature quickly to meet a tight campaign deadline, while the IT department was concerned about technical feasibility and wanted more time for testing to ensure system stability. To resolve this conflict, I first facilitated a joint meeting where each group could clearly express their concerns and objectives. I listened carefully and acknowledged the validity of both perspectives. I then helped reframe the discussion around the shared goal, delivering a successful product that meets business needs without compromising quality. Using data and risk analysis, I presented possible scenarios showing the impact of rushing versus delaying the launch. Together, we identified a compromise, implementing a minimum viable feature for the campaign with limited functionality, combined with a phased rollout plan to enhance the feature after the initial launch. This approach balanced the marketing urgency with IT's quality assurance concerns. Throughout the process, I maintained open communication channels and provided regular updates to both teams. This collaborative approach not only resolved the conflict, but also built stronger stakeholder relationships and ensured project success. Before we proceed further in this video, if you're currently preparing for a business analyst role, then this is exactly what you need. Our 450 Business Analyst Interview, Questions and Answers ebook is now available for instant download. Click on the sealer or fourth wall link in the description box below to grab your copy. It's very affordable, and we're currently offering a 70% discount, so don't wait. And there's more if you're interested in a few extra interview tips, plus a free PDF with 10 bonus interview questions and answers. Just send us an email or a quick WhatsApp message. In addition to our 70% discount, we've got a special bonus offer: buy one, get one free. When you purchase any of our ebooks, you'll get one extra ebook of your choice absolutely free. Just send us an email or WhatsApp message after your purchase, letting us know which bonus ebook you want, and we'll deliver it to you within 48 hours. You can also join our exclusive WhatsApp group to connect with others preparing for the same role. The link is in the description below. Want personalized help? Book a one-on-one coaching session with us using any of the links in the description box. To order now, visit sealer.co or click the fourth wall link. For any questions, chat with our online support on WhatsApp or email us. Don't miss out. Get your copy today and ace your interview. 4. What techniques do you use for requirements elicitation? In my experience as a business analyst, I use a combination of techniques for requirements elicitation to ensure a thorough and clear understanding of stakeholder needs. First, I conduct interviews with key stakeholders to gather detailed insights and clarify their expectations. These one-on-one or group discussions help uncover both explicit and implicit requirements. I also use workshops and brainstorming sessions, which foster collaboration among different departments, encouraging stakeholders to contribute ideas and reach a consensus. These sessions are particularly effective for identifying priorities and resolving conflicting requirements. Another technique I frequently use is document analysis, reviewing existing business processes, system documentation, and regulatory guidelines to identify requirements that may not be immediately apparent through conversations. Additionally, I employ surveys and questionnaires when dealing with a larger user base to collect quantitative data on user preferences or needs. For visual clarity, I use process modeling techniques like flowcharts, diagrams, or user stories to help stakeholders visualize requirements and workflows, making it easier to validate and refine the requirements. Overall, my approach is adaptive. I select and combine elicitation techniques based on the project scope, stakeholder availability, and complexity, always aiming to create a comprehensive and agreed-upon set of requirements. 5. How do you ensure that business requirements are clearly understood and implemented correctly by the development team? To ensure business requirements are clearly understood and implemented correctly, I follow a structured and collaborative approach. First, I engage deeply with stakeholders to gather comprehensive and precise requirements, using techniques like interviews, workshops, and user stories to capture both functional and non-functional needs. Once gathered, I document the requirements clearly, often using visual aids such as process flows, wireframes, and use case diagrams to enhance understanding. I then organize review sessions with both stakeholders and the development team to validate these requirements and address any ambiguities or concerns early on. During the development phase, I maintain open communication with the developers through regular stand-ups and sprint planning meetings. I clarify questions promptly and ensure any changes are properly documented and communicated. I also participate in testing phases, including reviewing test cases and conducting user acceptance testing, to verify that the implemented solutions align with the original business needs. By fostering ongoing collaboration, clear documentation, and continuous validation, I help ensure the development team delivers solutions that meet stakeholder expectations effectively. 6. What tools or software have you used for business analysis? In my experience as a business analyst, I have worked with a variety of tools and software that help streamline the analysis process, improve communication, and ensure project success. For requirements gathering and documentation, I frequently use Microsoft Office tools like Word and Excel, which allow me to create clear and structured documents, spreadsheets, and data models. For process mapping and workflow visualization, rely on tools like Microsoft Visio and Lucidchart. These help in illustrating complex business processes clearly to stakeholders, making it easier to identify bottlenecks and areas for improvement. I have also used Jira and Confluence extensively for managing user stories, tracking progress, and facilitating collaboration between business and technical teams. These agile project management tools enable transparency and adaptability throughout the project lifecycle. Additionally, I'm proficient with Skull for querying databases to validate data and generate insights that inform decision-making. For data visualization, I use Power BI and Tableau to create interactive dashboards that provide stakeholders with real-time data analysis. Overall, my approach is to select and use the tools that best fit the project's needs, always focusing on clear communication, efficient documentation, and actionable insights. 7. Can you explain the difference between functional and non-functional requirements? Yes, functional and non-functional requirements serve different purposes in a project, but both are essential for delivering a complete solution. Functional requirements describe what the system should do. They define the core functionalities, features, and behaviors of the application from the user's perspective. For example, a functional requirement might state that a user must be able to log in using a username and password, or that the system should generate monthly sales reports. On the other hand, non-functional requirements specify how the system performs those functions. They describe the system's quality attributes, such as performance, usability, security, scalability, or reliability. For instance, a non-functional requirement might say that the login process must take less than 2 seconds, or that the system must handle up to 10,000 concurrent users without crashing. In my previous projects as a business analyst, I ensured that both types of requirements were clearly documented, validated with stakeholders, and traceable throughout the project lifecycle. This distinction is crucial because overlooking non-functional requirements can result in a technically working system that fails to meet user expectations in real-world conditions. 8. Describe a situation where your analysis directly influenced a business decision. In a previous role as a business analyst for an e-commerce company, I was tasked with identifying why customer retention was declining despite high acquisition rates. I conducted a comprehensive analysis of customer behavior data, purchase history, and post-purchase feedback. My findings showed that a large number of customers were dropping off after the first purchase due to long delivery times and inconsistent communication during order fulfillment. I presented a detailed report to senior management, including visual dashboards that highlighted a correlation between delayed shipments and customer churn. Based on my recommendations, the company streamlined its logistics by partnering with a new third-party delivery provider and implemented automated order tracking notifications for customers. Within 3 months of implementing these changes, customer retention increased by 18%, and the average customer lifetime value also rose significantly. This experience reinforced the importance of using data-driven insights to inform decisions that directly impact business outcomes and customer satisfaction. 9. How do you handle scope creep during a project? Scope creep is a common challenge in projects, and I address it proactively through clear communication, structured change management, and early stakeholder alignment. At the beginning of a project, I work closely with stakeholders to ensure the scope is clearly defined, documented, and agreed upon. I also help set realistic expectations by identifying potential risks and constraints upfront. During the project, I make sure all changes are formally evaluated. If a stakeholder requests a change, I assess its impact on time, cost, and resources, and then present that analysis to the project manager or steering group for approval. I also ensure all change requests go through a documented process so that there is visibility and traceability. In one project, for example, a client kept requesting additional features outside the original scope. I addressed this by revisiting the business objectives with them and explaining the trade-offs involved. We agreed to defer some non-critical items to a future phase, which helped keep the current project on track while still acknowledging their needs. By managing scope creep diplomatically and systematically, I help ensure the project remains aligned with its original goals while maintaining positive stakeholder relationships. 10. Why do you want to work as a business analyst, and what makes you a good fit for this role? I want to work as a business analyst because I enjoy turning complex data and business challenges into clear, actionable insights that help organizations make better decisions. The role perfectly combines analytical thinking, problem solving, and communication skills I've developed through both academic study and real-world experience. I'm particularly motivated by the opportunity to bridge the gap between business needs and technical solutions, helping teams understand their goals and turn them into measurable outcomes. What makes me a strong fit for this role is my ability to gather, interpret, and communicate data clearly across departments. I've successfully led requirements gathering sessions with stakeholders, mapped out process improvements, and contributed to digital transformation projects that reduced inefficiencies and increased customer satisfaction. I'm also proficient in tools like Excel, Skull, and process modeling software, which helps me identify trends, validate assumptions, and present recommendations in a way that decision makers can easily act on. Beyond technical skills, I bring empathy, active listening, and a collaborative mindset. I believe strong business analysts don't just deliver reports, they help shape solutions by understanding the why behind each problem. That's the impact I strive to make in every project I'm part of. Do you have any question for us? Yes, thank you. I do have a few questions. First, how does the organization currently measure the success of its business analysis function? And what tools or frameworks are most commonly used? Secondly, how closely do business analysts collaborate with stakeholders? During the implementation phase here, we involve beyond the requirement stage. Lastly, what opportunities are there for continuous learning or certification support to help analysts stay current with industry trends? Thanks for watching. We hope this 2025 guide on business analyst interview questions and answers has helped you feel more prepared and confident. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Damal Consult Career Academy, and turn on notifications so you never miss our job interview and career coaching content. Feel free to leave a comment below if you have questions, need a mock session, or want us to cover a specific role. Good luck with your interview, and remember, preparation is your best strategy.